Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We got grapes and we are going to water bath can these grapes with no sugar, no sweetener of any kind, and no pectin. So let me get my grapes ready and we'll go from there. Here's how I clean my jars, y'all. I keep my jars outside, so sometimes they get pretty dirty. So what I do is I soak them in the sink, and then I run them through my dishwasher. And now when I take them out of the dishwasher, I'll inspect them to make sure there's no chips or broken or cracks, and then I check them to make sure that they're clean from the dishwasher. So here we go. I've got it filled up with water. I'm going to turn the gas on, and I'm going to boil them for at least, full rolling boil, for at least 10 minutes. Now I've ended up with, I weighed it, and it's between 6 and 7 pounds of cleaned grapes. These are the cleaned grapes. They've been washed and everything. Now to help them cook faster, I'm going to put them through my Black & Decker. I'm using let me show you here. I'm using the shredding blade on the Black & Decker. So let me get these started. So there's them started shredding, and after I get these all shredded, I will put them in the pot and set them to cooking. These are red seedless table grapes. They are a product of the United States. So here is after I have run them through my Black & Decker. So now what I'll do is I'll cook these nice and bubbly, and we'll be back. Okay, here's my rings back in the back, and they are boiling, so I'm going to turn them off. Now, you do not have to boil your rings. I know that. But these rings are old. Some of them are a wee bit on the rusty side. That's more than I need, actually, back there. But these have been up in my attic and stored away, so I went ahead and boiled them for good measure. Now, this water, I boiled this water, and I just turned it off. This is for my lids. Now, you do not boil your lids. I know that, and I don't boil my lids. But I do boil the water, make it nice and hot, and when it cools off some, I'll put my lids in there so they'll be ready to go. Okay, folks, we got a good cook going on these right now. Now, you know, I got these grapes for $1 a pound, and I just couldn't resist. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, why do it with no sugar, no sweetener, no pectin? Well, y'all, I can use these grapes any way I want to use them. If I put them in a cobbler, then I don't have to wonder, well, how sweet are the grapes? Because, you know, sometimes when you make cobbler, you have to adjust your sugar to how sweet your apples are, or how sweet your peaches are, or your pears, or your berries, or whatever the case might be. I don't have to worry about that. There's no sugar in these. So I don't have to worry about how much sugar I added in this step for when I use them in the next step, however I might use them. Also, I can use these to put over yogurt. I can use these to even add to a cold soup. I can use these for making ice cream. I can use these for lots of different things. Many more things, I think, than if I already added sugar to them. Plus, you know, adding sugar, nowadays, a lot of us have to be careful about all that sugar content. Well, I know the carbohydrates in these grapes are the carbohydrates in the grapes. I don't have to worry about that extra sugar. So now what I'm going to do, because this is This is ready to start canning. I will take a jar, empty the water out of it, put it over here, fill it with my grapes. I'll wipe the rim, add a lid, add a ring, and then put it back in the canner. So here we go. Okay, y'all, here we go. I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half pints. No, maybe that's 6 half pints. 2, 4, 6 half pints and 2 pints. So now I will start this to boil. Turn the gas on. And when this comes to, well, got to put the lid on. When this comes to a rolling boil, I will start counting for 20 minutes. So, there we go. And by the way, y'all, that's all I had left. And I think what I'm going to do is put that in my oatmeal tomorrow morning. I'll let you know. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it. Okay, y'all, see these bubbles that are coming to the top? This is not boiling. This is, there's a little teeny weeny bit of simmer on there. But most of those bubbles you see, especially like these over here, that is the air being released that might be trapped under the jar or on the bottom of the canner or whatever. But this is not a boil. Here is a rolling boil. So we are going to count 20 minutes from right now. Okay, we got 20 minutes on the clock. So we turn off the gas. We remove the lid. And we wait 5 minutes, and then we remove the jars from the canner. Okay, y'all, it's been 5 minutes, so we're going to remove the jars from the canner and set them over here. Now, hear that pop? I'm going to tell you something about that pop. When I was a kid, I remember when my mom was canning, we'd all sit around. We'd count the pops. Well, now that pop is like music to a canner's ears. But you don't go by that pop. That pop is, there's another one pop. This one just popped. There, hear it? That pop, as nice as it is not what you go by. That pop it's a good sign, don't get me wrong. But what you do, there's another one. These will sit here overnight. I've got my back door shut because we're having a cold snap. It's only 80 degrees. That's our cold snap. So I've got these sitting here. They will set overnight. Tomorrow morning I will take the lids off, take the rings off, and I will wash the jars, and I will label the top what they are. Now, as far as all this right in here, fear not, that will that water will not go to waste. I will use that to put in the dog's water bowl or something. I won't let that water go to waste. But tomorrow morning, we shall see, folks. We shall see.